The Lazy Girl. Once upon a time, a father and his two young daughters were living together in a land far, far away. One of the girls was very diligent, and the other was very lazy.
You barely help at all, and I'm exhausted. Oh, no. You are already doing the cleaning. Why should I get my hands dirty now?
Their old father was a hard worker, and he was always tired. The only meal they had was soup and some dry bread in the evenings. One day, the old father made a request of his daughters.
My dear daughters, you know, I love you both so very much. I've been thinking. You are both adults now, and it is time for you to take more responsibility. I want both of you to find a job and work.
You are right, Daddy. I will find myself a job.
And what about you, my daughter?
My sister should get a job, 'cause, that's so her thing. But I think I'd better do the housework, Daddy.
The old man was happy to see his daughters so eager. The next day, while the diligent girl left home to find a job, her father came to her.
My dear daughter, I have some advice for you. Never refuse someone who asks you for help. Always be diligent. Love your job. Do the job that was given to you to the best of your abilities.
Thank you, Daddy. I will never forget your advice.
That's my girl. Bye-bye.
The diligent daughter set off to find her job, while the lazy daughter, who said that she would do the household chores, did nothing. The house was getting more and more messy and getting dirty every day. The diligent girl walked for days, but had not found anyone to work for. After a while, the diligent girl saw a tree with dried branches and roots.
Hello, young girl. Can you clean my dry branches and give me some water to my roots?
The diligent girl then cleaned all the dry branches of the tree until her palms were bruised, and watered the roots with her own drinking water.
Thank you, young girl. But now you have no water left.
It's okay. You needed help, and I helped you. I can walk a little more and find water for myself.
The diligent girl continued on her way. Farther on, she came across a hearth with broken and cracked parts.
Hey, young girl, can you repair me and make me look better?
The diligent girl took a handful of mud near her and patched all the cracks on the hearth.
Thank you, young girl. But you got so dirty because of me.
Oh, it's okay. Clothes don't matter. You needed help, and I helped.
The diligent girl left the brand new hearth behind and continued on her way. After a while, a lovely lamb appeared, but the lamb was black, like coal, from head to toe.
Hello, young girl. I accidentally got into the coals and got dirty. Would you bathe me in that lake over there?
The diligent girl washed the lamb by the lake. The lamb was white and soft as before.
Thank you, but you're drenched because of me. You needed help, and I helped. I was already very dirty. Now I'm cleaner.
The diligent girl continued on her way. When it got dark, she came across a beautiful house. Oh, where 7 fairies lived. The diligent girl entered.
Hello. I apologize for coming to your home without permission. I am a young girl looking for a job to work. You can work here if you want, young girl. There are 7 rooms in our house. You will only clean 6 rooms every day, but you must not go into the 7th room.
The diligent girl accepted the job. She cleaned 6 rooms diligently every day, as Fairy said, for a full year. She never entered the 7th room. And when she had enough money, she asked permission from the fairies to return home.
Of course, young girl. You can go home. I'm wondering why you never entered the 7th room.
My father used to say to do the job right, no matter what. During my time here, my job was to clean only 6 rooms. And that's what I did. That's what you told me to do.
We would like to reward you for your honesty and diligence. Come on, come with us.
The fairies asked the young girl to enter the 7th room. When the girl entered, she saw a lot of silver and gold coins.
Now, you roll around in these coins, and any that stick to you will be yours.
Diligent girl tumbled left and right in coins. She looked almost like a star with the money sticking on her. Then the diligent girl left the fairies to return home. On the way, she came across the lamb she had washed before. The lamb was covered with pearls.
I did not forget your help, young girl. Take and get as many pearls as you want.
The diligent girl thanked the lamb and covered her arms and neck with pearls and continued on her way. This time, she came across the hearth she had previously repaired.
I did not forget the help you gave me, young girl. Take it. My warm breads, my lovely cakes are yours.
The diligent girl ate some of the bread given by the hearth and took some of it to take home and continued on her way. A little further ahead, she saw the tree. Its branches were covered with fruit.
Come, young girl. I did not forget the help you gave me. Take it. All my grape juice is yours.
The diligent girl thanked the tree and finally returned home.
Thank you very much. What a fruitful experience.
Her father and lazy sister greeted her at the door. The girl's bundle was full of gold and pearls. The lazy sister was very jealous when she saw that her sister was so rich.
Look at all those coins. I must go find a wealthy family to get a job from. If my sister has pearls, I will get emeralds.
The lazy girl told her father that she is leaving home to look for a job.
Oh, okay, my daughter. But you couldn't even work at home. How will you find a job out there?
The lazy girl left before her dad could even finish talking. She walked day and night. A little further down the road, she came across a tree with dry branches. The tree asked the girl for help.
Hello, young girl. Would you clean my...
I can't deal with you under the sun. My hair will get messy. Bye.
The lazy girl moved on. She saw a cracked and broken hearth a little further. Hearth asked her for help.
I can't get my thin and delicate hands dirty for you. My nail polish goes bad. Bye.
The lazy girl did not help the hearth either. Then she came across a lamb that was dirty, like black coal. And the lamb asked her to give her a bath.
Ew, disgusting. Get out of my way, you dirty thing.
The lazy girl ran away.
What a lazy little lamb. Can't even wash itself.
And came upon a huge house. The lazy girl took advantage of this and asked for work from the 7 fairies who were the owners of the house. The head fairy asked her to stay for a year and clean only 6 rooms. "Don't forget, young girl, you will never ever be able to enter the 7th room." The lazy girl reluctantly cleaned all 6 rooms for months. However, one day she gave in to her curiosity and entered the 7th room. Instead of gold and silver coins, there were bees and bats inside. The bees stung the lazy girl in such a way that she was scarred all over. She was very hurt. The girl immediately left there and started running towards the house. As she ran, she saw the lamb, which she turned down her request for help. The lamb was covered with pearls. The girl wanted to catch the lamb to get some pearls, but the lamb ran away from her. The girl continued walking and was very tired. At that moment, she came across the hearth that she turned down that requested her help. There were loaves of fresh warm bread on the hearth. When the girl wanted to buy a slice of bread, the hearth got hot and lazy girl's hands got burned. When the lazy girl ran away from there, she came across the tree which she had refused to help. There were bunches of fruit on the branches of the tree. When the lazy girl tried to pick some fruit, the tree leaned to the right. The girl ran to the right, but the tree leaned to the left this time. Tired of running around, the lazy girl finally gave up on getting the fruit. She walked non-stop for 2 full days and finally got home. Her father and sister saw her returning home in dirty clothes and injured, and they were very surprised. The lazy girl told what happened to her with great regret.
Oh, and I can't believe it. I hurt so much. Oh.
My dear sister, now you understand how important it is to be hardworking.
Remember, girl, when you are honest and hardworking in this life, you will be rewarded for sure.
After that day, the lazy girl has not been idle and lazy since. The 2 sisters both worked hard and were rewarded well. And this small family had happy, productive, and peaceful days throughout their lives.
Once upon a time long ago, there was a lazy young girl living in a land far, far away. One day, the villagers asked Lazy Girl if she'd be willing to help collect the crops.
"We can't keep up anymore. Please come help us a little."
The lazy girl looked out over the garden. "Ooh, I can't help you with that. It'll make my nails break," she said. She slowly walked away from the field so that no one else would come and ask her for help. But she ended up walking so much that she found herself in front of an ice castle.
Ah, is this the castle? Is this the famous palace that the Snow Queen lives in?
Out of curiosity, the lazy girl opened the ice door and walked inside. When she saw the cold and gloom of the castle, she could not believe her eyes.
Oh, how is it possible for anyone to live in here?
At that moment, the beautiful Snow Queen noticed the lazy girl who had come into her castle without her permission. She was so angry. "You came in here without permission. You're my prisoner now. I'll only release you if you complete the task that I give you." she said, before imprisoning her in the castle. The first task that the queen gave her was to clear the ice that was blocking the roads to the castle. The lazy girl, desperate to get away from the castle, cleared the roads by carrying ice with her hands for more days than she dared count. But that was still not enough to make the queen smile. The second task she was given was to extract water from the frozen lake. The lazy girl managed to extract the water by breaking the ice with stones. Once again, the queen did not even look at lazy girl's face. The last task she was given was to organize all the books in the castle's massive library.
How am I ever going to organize all of these books?
Lazy girl patiently placed the books next to each other. Each time she finished a shelf, she found herself feeling better. Now she'd be able to leave the palace. Suddenly, she noticed an ice horse figurine that was standing alone on a dusty shelf. The figurine looked like it was very sad. The lazy girl thought, this figurine must be a lost friend of the queen's. This might be the reason she's so sad. She thought she should help. From among the books on the shelf, she picked the book out that had information about old legends and spells. In the book, she read that bringing ice figurines to life requires love, as well as lots of patience and courage. The lazy girl gathered all of her courage and decided to perform the ritual. Inside the palace, she found a garden made out of crystals. In this garden, on one side, there was a passage also made of ice, through which only the bravest could pass. The lazy girl moved very carefully among the huge ice crystals and kept her wits about her. She knew that she could also turn into an ice figurine at any moment, and at the end of the passage, she came across the legendary ice flower. She plucked up her courage and picked the flower. To get to the highest tower of the palace, she climbed up the cold steps until she was at the top. And there, she found a very small room filling up with the first rays of sun. She placed the figurine down and put the ice flower on it and whispered wishes of love. Suddenly, the figurine started trembling and the ice crystals began to glow, and then they dissolved.
I can't believe it! It's happening!
Finally, the figurine turned into a graceful horse right in front of the lazy girl. Then the horse reared up and made its way towards the queen's room. The Ice Queen saw that her lost friend had come back and could not hold her tears back. Her heart of ice softened completely. This horse is my only friend. How did you bring him back?
It just took some love, patience, and also courage.
The queen told the lazy girl that she was free to go now. While the lazy girl was returning to her village, she realized that she wasn't lazy anymore. And then from that day onwards, the lazy girl started being helpful to everyone. This is how the fairy tale of the land far, far away ended, with friendship and hard work. In a village far, far away, there were two sisters. The one was called Lazy Girl, and the other was called Diligent Girl. While the Diligent Girl did all the housework with great devotion and concentration, the Lazy Girl constantly made excuses to get out of doing any work.
Sister, could you at least clean those piles up, please?
Oh, no! It is time for me to go and get my beauty sleep.
Diligent Girl patiently put up with Lazy Girl's excuses every single day, while Lazy Girl spent her days daydreaming and avoiding housework.
One day I'll marry somebody very, very rich. Everything I will own will be made of gold. And who knows, maybe even my bread will be made of gold.
The Diligent Girl knew that this dream was never going to come true, and she tried her best to explain it to the Lazy Girl.
Having lots of money does not guarantee that you'll be happy, my dear sister.
But the Lazy Girl didn't care about anything her sister had to say. One day, two of the Diligent Girl's closest friends, Mary and Jack, came to the house. The Diligent Girl told them about the Lazy Girl's dreams of having lots of money.
My sister's dream is very worrying. She wants a life that's filled with golden things. She even wants food that is made of gold. It's impossible.
Maybe if she lives her dreams, she'll see the truth of the situation. Let's make a plan.
Jack disguised himself as a rich man and came up to the Lazy Girl.
Hello, dear. I'm a very rich businessman,
and I'd really like to marry you." When the lazy girl saw this rich man who she did not know, she got very excited. The diligent girl warned the lazy girl and told her to find out who this person was first.
Oh, no. He can give me the life I've been dreaming about. I will get married to this man.
Even though the diligent girl kept objecting, the lazy girl said yes to him. Jack took her to a magnificent house that was made of gold. Everything in the house was made entirely out of gold. "Here is a golden dress for you. You should put it on now. It'll look really great on you." The lazy girl eagerly put on the golden dress, but she found that it was so tight around her body that it was very hard for her to breathe at all. Jack also gave her a pair of golden shoes. Lazy girl really struggled to get them onto her feet. And with every step she took, her feet started hurting more and more because the gold was hard.
Ugh, these shoes are so hard and uncomfortable. My feet are so swollen.
The lazy girl started getting hungry and asked when they were going to eat. "I have laid the perfect table for you. There is golden bread and meats made of rubies and butters made of pearls." The lazy girl took some golden bread and spread the pearl butter over every bit of it. The moment she took a bite, it made her teeth start hurting so much that she immediately dropped the slice of bread back on the table. Just then she remembered what her sister said and started feeling truly alone, even though she was surrounded by gold.
Is there anything in this house that isn't gold? I miss my sister so much. I want to go back home right now.
Jack gently brought her back to her own house. The lazy girl hugged the diligent girl and apologized for what she had done.
Wealth is not about a life full of gold. It's about being with your loved ones. I'm so sorry, sister.
And then, from that day onwards, the lazy girl gave up her dream of living in a golden world. Because the truth is that true wealth is not about everything being made of gold, but about appreciating the people who you love.
In a village far, far away, a lazy girl and her older sister, the diligent girl, were living together. The lazy girl didn't like working so much that she was too lazy to even take the plate she was eating from to the kitchen. The diligent girl, on the other hand, was doing all the work in the house. One day, there was a knock on their door.
Oh, the door is ringing, sister. You open it. I just applied my nail polish.
The diligent girl opened the door. It was their old aunt. While the diligent girl immediately took her aunt's bag and invited her in, the lazy girl just shouted,
"Welcome, Auntie!"
from a distance. When their aunt entered, she found the diligent girl's room spotlessly clean. But when she saw the lazy girl's room, she grimaced and said, "How messy is this place?" Everywhere was so dirty that their old aunt realized later that she had stepped on a fork. Ouch! My foot! The diligent girl immediately helped her aunt. The lazy girl didn't even care about the situation. Later, the diligent girl went into the kitchen and prepared a delicious apple pie for her aunt.
I can't let you go back home hungry, Auntie. If you get hungry, you can eat it on the way,
she said. The lazy girl, smelling the sweet smell of the pie, also joined them.
Give me some of that pie.
She grouched. Their old aunt reproved this disrespectful behavior of the lazy girl. She took out a golden comb from her bag and gave it to the diligent girl. "This is a gift for your thoughtful and respectful behavior." The girl combed her hair with joy. As soon as the golden comb touched her hair, her clothes looked so fancy. Her hair shone, and golden jewelry appeared everywhere on her. Seeing this, the lazy girl was so jealous of her sister that she said,
"Auntie, my pie is usually more delicious. Please wait, let me cook it right away."
She ran and entered the kitchen. She didn't put sugar because it was on the upper shelves, and to take it from there would be tiring for her. So she added salt. Instead of picking an apple from the tree and chopping it, she said,
Who's gonna go out now?
and added tomatoes. She put the pie in the oven, but out of concern for herself, she overbaked it too.
I think it cooked very well.
She offered the pie to her aunt, regardless of its burnt and bad taste. The old lady tasted it and thanked her anyway. Then she gave her a golden comb as a gift from her bag too. As soon as the lazy girl combed her hair, the clothes she was wearing became ugly. Her hair was disheveled, and her clothes started to stink.
What is going on? But isn't there any gold for me?
Their old aunt told the sisters everyone got the reward of their labor. Then she walked out the door and returned to her home.